What is up, guys? Episode 21 of One Punch Man is finally released after being delayed for a week because of some tennis thing, as far as I've heard. But I really actually enjoyed this episode for the most part because it really kind of slowed down and really focused on the characters, especially Saitama in here, and I really enjoyed that. There are, of course, some downsides to this, but you can really see where the rushness of some of the previous episodes you can really see the reasoning for that, and I was really hoping that the reasoning for the rushness was so that we can have an episode like this where we really focused and set up for future stuff to happen. So the episode starts off with a really great scene between Serial and Saitama, and we really get Serial's kind of growth in his appreciation for hero stuff. Saitama steps in and he just beats the crap out of Bakuzan, and it's funny because Bakuzan's doing like the plethora of moves against him, and Saitama's just like a stiff board getting in, not because of the bad animation, but because he's just unaffected, and he hits him over to where the unconscious heroes are, and it's awesome. I really liked this, and he beats him in one punch, of course. And Serial's just like amazed at this because Bakuzan just really beat the crap out of him. So Saitama hears about the monsters attacking and he goes to move to help them, and it's a really interesting character moment showing how much respect Serial has grown for Saitama and just heroes in general. Because, you know, remember when we first met him, he just like did not respect heroes whatsoever, but now he's like grown a great deal for heroes, and he tries to stop Saitama saying, man, you know, there's a lot of monsters out there. There's this guy, Goketsu, who is just even stronger than Bakuzan. Just like, don't put yourself in danger like that. And he tries to stop him, but Saitama goes off. And up till this point, I was noticing a very slow pace to this episode, which didn't really bother me that much, but at the same time, it kind of really conflicts with how rushed some of the previous episodes were, but I did still appreciate how it really slowed down, and I kind of wished that the rest of the season had this kind of pace, maybe a little bit faster, but Goketsu is destroyed by Saitama off screen. Like, his giant head lands right in front of Serial, and it's like, oh man. And you know, if you are familiar with my reviews here, you know that I have been complaining about fights being off screen and things happening off screen. But for some reason, I don't know if it's my mood or what, but I did not mind Goketsu being offed in this way, though part of me wishes that we could have seen more of him because he didn't really do anything. He just kind of stood there being menacing, and now he's just offed by Saitama off screen. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Did that bother you at all? I thought the way that it was executed was fine because it was within the context of Serial and Saitama's kind of character relationship and their growth kind of thing, like a mutual respect. So we go to Puri Prisoner, and he's fighting this hedgehog with a sign that says free hugs. It's hilarious because hedgehogs kind of have pointy fur, and he ends up beating him with a giant manly hug. And he's got these like guys up there cheering him on and everything. I loved that scene. I thought that was great. Puri is always great to have on screen. So we go to Saitama and some more character stuff. And a part of it kind of bothered me a little bit because it's just like rehashing stuff we already knew about Saitama. Of course, if you're new to the series, then this is new to you, but I don't know why this would be new to you. Saitama just saying he's really bored with everything. He's reached his peak of power. He's not really talked about himself that much. So that was kind of neat. And then King comes up, and this goes to the dialogue in this episode. It's really veers toward strengthening the characters, and really King like giving Saitama this motivational speech and saying, you know what, and this is a real great life lesson too. You know, even if you think that you've reached the top, there's still many other ways you can improve yourself. That doesn't mean you should stop improving yourself just because like you're quote unquote bored with being so strong. And you know, and you can always improve being a better hero. Being physically the strongest doesn't necessarily mean that you're the strongest hero per se. And I love this whole speech from him. It's a little cherry on top, King saying, "Oh, I got that from a manga." I love that. But man, this is such a great life lesson, and something that really reminded me of Dragon Ball, because I feel like Saitama would have been Goku without, Saitama is Goku without Roshi's lessons of there is always somebody stronger than you, because Saitama, in contrast to Goku, is that there is no one stronger than him. He is the top physically strongest, so he has to kind of find other ways to grow so that he doesn't become bored, and he's always in a journey to discover things to quench his boredom, so to speak. Whereas Goku has that lessons that Roshi really helped with, that is that there is always somebody stronger than him. So Goku is always fascinated and keeping himself occupied with becoming stronger and just improving himself. And that's something, so that's a life lesson that we can all learn from, is that there's always room for improvements, like becoming a better you, and that's a lesson that I always love, and that's something that I always try to live by. So we move on to Saitama. Garo, he got his ass kicked by Dog Hero. I forgot his name. But that was, oh my God, Garo. And this is another martial arts thing where it's like, man, these martial arts for humans is really poor against this martial arts for dogs. And oh man, I can't wait to see more of this Dog Hero. But Garo is really excited having gotten beat by this guy, because he is a major contrast to Saitama. Saitama is really bored because he thinks he's reached the pinnacle and he's like the strongest and everything, and Garo is like the Goku. He's like, there's always somebody stronger than me, and this is exciting. I love like making myself better and stronger and everything like that. And then he comes across King and he's like, this is King. Oh, okay, well, I'm not in that much pain anymore from my previous fight. I'm gonna take this guy on, because who knows when I'm gonna get an opportunity to fight him again. So he charges at him and he's thinking, oh, what is he gonna do? And he's like imagining how King is gonna react to his attack, and then Saitama just boots him away through a freaking wall, and he's like, hey, that guy just tried to attack you, did you notice? Oh man, I loved that. And this is a thing that I'm loving about this season, is Garo keeps attacking and Saitama just is like, where's this hero hunter guy? I can't wait to fight him. And he's fought him twice now and just annihilated him super easily. Man, I love that. But so we move on to Speed of Sound Sonic, and he's in the woods, and oh man, this is bad news. Like, these two guys come up to him and he's like, we've become monsters with these monster cells, you should too. And it's like super tense, and I'm loving this scene. Some really great animated moments among this episode, which generally looked pretty bad, to be honest. But it didn't really bother me that much because it wasn't like an action-heavy episode. You want your action stuff to look good, and it's okay if the more down-to-earth talky moments don't look the best, although it really helps. So Sonic decides to eat the cells. Now this, oh my God, like Sonic is already a force to be reckoned with, and now he's gonna have the monster cells. I cannot wait. Like, one thing about this season is that it leaves a really great cliffhanger after almost every episode, and it makes you anticipate what's going to happen next and what the next episode is going to bring you. So I'm really enjoying that stuff. So Zombie Man is reconnaissing with the guerrilla warfare gorilla guy, and then he comes across Cyber Gorilla from season 1. Oh my God, that was so freaking cool. But then Cyber Gorilla just beats the crap out of him, and that's awesome. So Zombie Man like changes his focus to Cyber Gorilla, who's just like living a normal life now. That was such a cool callback. And I'm wondering what's going to happen with that, if anything. So we leave the episode off with the Hero Association having a big meeting about all the monsters attacking, and they are attacked by a human who probably was forced into eating a monster cells to infiltrate them. So, I mean, they're all screwed if unless there's a really strong hero there to stop that dude. Man. Good stuff. Really good episode. Didn't look very good, but I really enjoyed the character stuff that they did and the build up and the setup for what's to come in the future. And I'm really appreciating the pace of this, even though it was really slow. It wasn't rushing through stuff. So I really appreciated that. And for some reason, I didn't mind not seeing some of the action. And I really appreciated how the action was kind of interspersed within the slow, more character-driven scenes. So, man, I enjoyed it. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my ridiculously good drawing for this video. As always, take it easy.